When the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then he will sit on the throne of his glory. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them one from another, as a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. And he will set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then the king will say to those on his right hand, "Come, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you took me in. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me." Then the righteous will answer him, saying, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? When did we see you a stranger and take you in, or naked and clothe you? Or when did we see you sick, or in prison, and come to you?" And the king will answer and say to them, "Assuredly, I say to you, inasmuch as you did it to one of the least of these my brethren, you did it to me." This is Jesus' final teaching on the Mount of Olives before the events of the Holy Week. In this story, Jesus is telling his disciples, and us, that in his second coming, he will choose those who will go to heaven and those who will go to hell. He will not choose us according to how we look, how famous, smart, successful, or how wealthy we are. Rather, he will choose us because we acted with love and compassion to those in need. The sheep are those who acted charitably. The goats are those who had no charity. The Lord looks at our hearts, how receptive we are to his love. He knows our innermost thoughts and intentions. The heart is where our rational minds meet our emotional desires. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 12. The Bible tells us that the human heart is naturally deceitful and wicked, and very much inclined to sin. But if our lives are surrendered to God, our hearts will be changed. God promises in Ezekiel chapter 36 verse 26 that he will give us a new heart with godly desires, and he will put a new spirit within us. He will take out our stony hearts of sin and give us hearts made of love. We do not have to be wealthy or have much money to give to those in need. Giving is not based on our resources. Giving is an act of faith because when we give, we acknowledge God as our provider and the source of all that we have. Which group do you belong to? Are you a sheep or a goat? Where do you want to be when your life's journey on earth ends? Where will you be in the afterlife? Heaven? Hell? I pray you will choose wisely. Pastor Mercy Pasquale, 5 Loaves and 2 Fish Outreach Ministry.